What on guys, Quentin? What on guys, Quentin? Welcome to a new video on Star Wars Battlefront 2. And we are in the menus again because I'm going over a new mod. Now, as you can see by the title either up the top or down the bottom or somewhere in the center, we are going to be looking at the Ahsoka Tano mod. Now, this mod is actually, I'm surprised at how good it is. Like, we looked at the Commander Cody mod, but the thing with the Commander Cody mod is, like, if we look at the Heavy Trooper, it probably, yeah, shows as First Order. With that, Galactic Republic, the mod actually had something to work on because we had, like, this looks close enough to Commander Cody, just different colors. So they had something to work on. This Ahsoka Tano model, they completely, like, I wouldn't say completely rechanged because they used the Twi'lek skin, the Twi'lek player model, put Rey's clothes on her, and just reskinned it a bit. But I think it looks really, really impressive just looking at it. Now, if we go into inspect, now that looks like, if we look at it, that looks really, really cool just as that is. You know, we've got the green lightsaber, the hilt's a little bit different, but that's because you can't actually change the hilt in the mod. You got the torso, the back bit, lost connection to the EA servers, but it tends to happen. Got, like, Jedi robes make it seem like she is a Jedi. But it looks like, just look at the stance on that, you know, it looks really good. If I try and zoom in, I tried my best because my mouse is broken. But the facial feature looks really, really, like, in detail. Like, you got all the facial marks and, like, the orange skin, blue eyes and all that. And it looks like, I'll put if I go up to Ahsoka's face a minute, I'll put that, keep that there, and I'll put something down in this side here or on the other side. A picture of Ahsoka, the phase 2 Ahsoka. And that is basically what we, the similarities and differences between it. But that looks like, I looked at it and I was like, that's actually really, really cool considering. Now, there is two versions of this mod. There's this mod, there's this version of this mod, which is the multiplayer compatible, which is basically exactly the same as Rey. All the abilities and everything are the same, and the lightsaber is pretty much the same, but it's just reskinned. The other one is basically a tester of the mod, of the skin, and just to try and get it to dual wield. Now, what I'm going to do is, after this, I'm going to go on a talk about a little, about that. But I just wanted to use this bit just to go over, like, Ahsoka, just as the mod just in itself. Now, I'm not going to use this in, multiplayer or arcade, because it is basically just Rey, just reskinned. So, if we go into the appearances are exactly the same, as each other. The emotes are exactly the same.
You're a monster.
Right? So it hasn't actually been rechanged or anything. Victory poses are different, but I think they look really, I think actually really cool. But this one's my favorite. If we go to inspect, like, look at, actually, I'll try and move up a minute. Like, look at the face on that. That actually looks, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite out of all of them, personally. Because that actually looks really, really cool. So, yeah, I do enjoy that. That's actually really, really cool. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this here, load up the mod with the dual wield, and we're going to go and test out the dual wielding version of this mod in arcade. So, I shall see you guys in a minute. Alright, guys, I'm back. Now, as you can see, we're back in place of Ahsoka, and as you can see, the dual wield is very, very buggy. Now, it's not as, like, it's wrong or anything, but the mod, it was only a test. This dual wield is only a test from what I can see in my little, mod presets. It's not very, like, complete, if that makes sense. But what I like about looking at mods like this is you can see for definite, like, what sort of things that EA and DICE can actually come out with if they put their necks into it. And apparently we're getting an Ahsoka Tano hero in the future, hopefully, because there's the data miners saw in the files that there's some General Grievous recorded aimed directly to Ahsoka and to Padme. Now, I really hope both of them end up in this game, but more so Ahsoka, because Ahsoka's my favourite character inside the Clone Wars, and I would say in Star Wars in general, but I would have to, that place has to be reserved for Darth Vader himself. But in the Clone Wars especially, in the Clone Wars TV show, Ahsoka Tano is my most favourite character. But I really just hope that they bring Ahsoka into this game, because I think she'd be a very popular hero, and Padme Amidala as well. I think that'd be a very good hero to add, because we haven't got like very many female characters. I think the only characters we've got that are female, we've got on the light side. I think for heroes we've got Rey, and we've got Rey, and we've got Leia, and on the villain side we've got Iden Versio and Captain Phasma. But those are the only two female heroes, so I think a bit of balancing would be very good. And just sort of like some, like, considering we got dual wielding, like that modders can do, you know, EA and DICE can do it even better, because they're the game developers, obviously. But they can do, like, what enemies could we have that are female? We could have Ahsoka and Padme, obviously. We could have Asajj Ventress, because Count Dooku's here, so why not have Asajj Ventress in here? We could have some like shape-shifted bounty hunters if we want some more bounty hunters in here, like some more lightsaber heroes. You know, I think that'd be really cool to have all of those different types of heroes in the game. You know, we could even, like, in the future we could have Savage Opress and whatnot. You know, I think we've got enough original trilogy content in this game already to last us for a long time. I'm not particularly interested in sequel trilogy, because in all fairness, like, I find it really boring, like Kylo Ren and Captain Phasma. You know, I think they're just really boring heroes, and I don't really like the Galactic Civil War 2 era, as I'm calling it, so which is the sequel, so 7, 8 and 9. You know, not because I don't like it, or I don't like the movies, because I do like the movies, but I'm not particularly too interested in that era. I personally prefer the era of the Clone Wars as my favourite era in Battlefront 2. I mean, when episode 9 comes out, you know, yes, continue releasing, like, content for the sequel era, you know. We could have, like, loads of different, like, nice skins for, you know, we've still got to get, like, the sequel trilogy skins for the original character, Luke, Leia, Han, Chewbacca maybe, but also, because Lando Calrissian's coming back in episode 9, as well. We could have, like, a new skin for Lando as well, you know. It's not really very hard, but, you know, that's just what I think of it. So overall, I do like this mod. I think it's quite like interesting how like modders can do this, and if modders could do this, which, like, attuned correctly, could be a really, really good mod. But to think about how, if modders can do this, what game developers and EA and DICE can do if they stick their backsides into it a little bit. So I really hope that they can pull this off and do Ahsoka nicely, if they are planning to do her at all. But the next Battlefront 2 video that I'll be doing, if not the first one, before this, it'll probably be out actually before this, is the Geonosis and Obi-Wan Kenobi gameplay, and I'll do a first impressions and opinions review on that if I haven't done it already, but I probably will have done it already. I don't know, weird things happening. Anyways, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did enjoy, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button for more awesome gaming content, and I shall see you all later. Bye!